An official video on the GTA Online modding issues, especially on PC, that will hopefully inform you of the severity of modding in GTA Online and how I wish to protect you guys as best as I can from these modders in GTA Online based on personal experience and other concerns through my Modders COD series episodes, where my latest one is episode M144 as an example. Hello everyone, this is King Vector 11. In case you don't know me, haven't met me before, or have come across this video from different means such as through new Modders COD episodes or on your recommended as some examples in which I will promote this video heavily prior to continuing each new Modder COD episode from this day onward, I will explain to you why I have made this video and why I upload content that I personally call my Modders COD series, besides other content that I upload as well, but I wish not to lose track of the main point of this specific video. Regardless of if you found my video through your recommended feed or hopefully through my newer Modders COD episodes that I do my best as I could every week to work on to inform you of what goes on in GTA Online to this day and beyond, while exposing what Rockstar allows to happen in their game and their intentions or lack of intent in taking care of how serious modding has gotten in GTA Online. I hope after you watch this video you understand my intentions much better as to why I upload my Modders COD series videos, or understand how serious modding can become over Rockstar, who allows it to happen literally to the point that modders end up getting to unreal levels of breaching through Rockstar services extremely vulnerable securities. Because this series is not about clout or gaining fame, but it's about spreading the message that needs to be heard before it's too late once again on Rockstar's behalf. I'll admit, I may not be perfect in the way I make my Modders COD videos, but at the end of the day I do my best to bring you up to speed, and I wish for you to respect my work, especially if you decide to watch it, and I'd hope I bring my intentions across as best as I can to you to expose the dark side of GTA Online, which is Rockstar's general support for modding. Because if they don't support modding, I wouldn't have made this series or make this video to showcase to you just how powerful modders are over Rockstar, because modding wouldn't be a serious issue as it has been for especially the past 4 years of the existence of how long modding has existed in GTA Online, with some examples I'll prove later on in this video. And I'm not trying to say modding has only existed for the past 4 years. Surely it has existed since almost the beginning of time, since it was released on PC, since GTA Online was released on PC. But for especially the past 4 years, it has become much more malicious than ever before. And I would only know this because, obviously, I have experience with playing the game, and it's experience I cannot just make up from thin air. Now, how do I build my Modders COD series episodes as of now? So how do I build these episodes is into different episodes of different recordings of a number of modders I have caught within that episode, where I start off with informing you of the date in which I have caught the modder, followed by a very well needed disclaimer due to particular comments I have received on this series, mainly from players who were spoiled by modders in public lobbies in GTA Online. The numbers expose themselves, by the way, as you can see right here, oddly enough. Afterwards, I explain even more evidence that proves how Rockstar supports modding, and then move on into the contexts I need to provide to you prior to showcasing to you the evidence I have visually caught through recording. Afterwards, I reveal all new comments from my series to show my intent and reaction to specific comments that either understand my intentions and express their opinion that they very much dislike modders crashing their game as an example, or showcase other comments such as those who have been spoiled by modders and think modding is the best thing that has happened to GTA Online and therefore disagree with my intentions. And now you may wonder, how many people could possibly disagree with my intentions and believe modding to be the best thing to happen? Well, let me show you in the numbers right here. In this video I have uploaded recently that for some reason was one of the first ones to actually catch attention, you can see the clear results in the ratings of the video, where 9 people out of about a total of 30 ratings agree with me and clearly understand the issues of modding in GTA Online, especially that they have faced modders in public lobbies that always ruins their experiences or crashes their game, or even worse, hacks their PC and deletes their PC startup files, preventing them from booting up their PC ever again, which I have gotten comments about, by the way, don't get me wrong. All the while, 23 people and counting to this moment and beyond, which I personally hate to believe that these are the same 23 plus people who grew up undisciplined by parents for not doing their homework or skipping out on school, which, I mean, honestly, what's new? GTA is more important to their life than life itself, which is sad, but they're the ones exposing their touching grass deficiencies. I'm just the messenger. but based on the comments I have received from those who have disliked my intentions, they are mostly those who are expressing that modding is not as serious as the info I provide, or that GTA Online has absolutely no modding and it's the most perfect online game that ever existed out there, or these are guys who, or girls, or children, specifically of the age of 12, who have been spoiled by modders by being given free items they would have normally had to work for, such as money, cars, properties, you name it. And it's because of those people that they disagree with my intentions that modding is much worse than they've ever received. Those guys are lucky, but at the same time, it's quite disappointing that we have such a community that strongly disagrees with my intentions to stop modding, or to at least ensure Rockstar puts some effort into ensuring that it doesn't go into drastic measures it has recently gone into not too long ago. And this number is quite shocking, but as my ultimatum, if these 23 plus people and counting are too ignorant to the issues going on in GTLN and completely disagree with my motives, I mean, sure, let them. But at the end of the day, don't go crying to Rockstar, or anyone for that matter, if the same issues arise in GTA 6, because of course Rockstar would be really dumb to not release GTA 6 on PC, let alone an online mode, to continue milking money from their player base to give back absolutely nothing that could even protect the PC fan base from extreme measures performed by modders. And don't start crying when your devices start getting hacked or a modder gains remote access into your router through you just having GTA 6 open on the start menu for malicious intents or other concerns, because I tried warning you through these videos, giving you context that have actually happened in my experience, but at the end of the day, I can't convince ignorance. It's impossible. So if you wish to continue disagreeing with my intentions, go ahead. You're free to express your motives, but at the end of the day, I tried warning you. This is also why I have made my disclaimer, because of ignorance and disrespect I receive in my own comment section for judging modders and making an effort to stop these players from being spoiled endlessly by these modders, and judging how these modders are just straight up allowed by Rockstar to perform what they perform to this very day and beyond in GTA Online, and for the reasons I've stated before, these viewers don't agree with my intentions. Fine, you're allowed to state opinion, but don't be disrespectful about it. And this is why during my disclaimer, I even go through all these details, even adding a little bit in between here or there, because of course, like I said, I reserve the right to add more to this disclaimer should I need to in case future issues arise from comments that I get of people being ignorant and believing modding is the best thing that's happened. So it goes through these few messages, including showcasing how I'm not doing this for clout, but to just send a message, showcasing that I reserve the right to add more should I need to, and by continuing to watch that video beyond that point, okay, if they accept to understand the ongoing issues of GTA and my intentions. Now, if you wish to be open-minded and wish to understand what happens in GTLN and public lobbies on PC, especially to this day and beyond, my Modders Caught series is for you. If you wish to proceed further into this video for me to prove to you what modders are able to do, or were once upon a time able to do because Rockstar was too lazy to the point they let modders and hackers run their game, then stay tuned because I have a lot of examples to showcase to you. Now, a big question I'd like to ask you, why do I take modding serious? Well, look over here. This has happened once upon a time in GTA Online. It may have not happened ever again for the 2 weeks this was active, but the fact Rockstar even allowed modders to dominate Rockstar's securities like this just shows how much Rockstar could care less about the community, their security, or our well-being, and would do anything in their power to ensure they release content they believe we will continue feeding our money into. Money they are making, money they clearly have, that they refuse to give back on anything we deserve other than Take-Two's CEO's annual paycheck. That's where your money is going, not into proper maintenance, not even into GTA 6 as well as you thought it would have been. Thankfully, this was resolved, but the fact that it had even come to that point to begin with in GTA Online specifically is far beyond my comprehension. Modders were literally able to disguise themselves as developers and start bricking accounts, also known as putting a modded suspension or ban on these accounts from being able to play the game ever again, or taking over $15 million a second from these players' accounts, and do so much more besides, as you can see in these examples right here. Sure, it may have not happened again anytime recently, but the fact that it's even come to that point back then just comes to show how Rockstar doesn't care until they have to, where they literally sit back and slouch until the game finally breaks and they have to fix it. But other than that, they continue sleeping peacefully behind their microtransactions they make to this day. Resources they have, but they are not willing to dedicate into maintenance that we need in a online game. Other examples of what modders were able to do are basic things like God mode, aimbot, teleporting, money drops, breaking session scripts which prevents mechanic from delivering your personal vehicle, set explosions on players, or fire effects, or water effects, or spawn meteors, orcas, dolphins, or other wildlife all over the session, or even spawning vehicles that obstruct gameplay beyond reasonable doubt, such as big fat jet planes all over a highway in the middle of the city causing your game to lag, and so much more. Other examples could be modders being able to crash your game, desync you, and send you into your own lobby, force kick you out this session, lock your character in place, force your character out of your vehicle, throw your vehicle up into heaven, or spawn clones of your character or other characters, and potentially rocket spam you or shoot you down with combat machine guns. Modders can even go to the extra bit and be able to view who's a modder in the session and other personal details of other players, such as where the players live, the details on player systems such as system name, OS if it's Windows 10 or 11, what your system specs are, or even where you live and what's your IP address. Once a modder has access to your IP address, by the way, they can use this to boot you off your internet, which has happened to me many times, as well as other players who have messaged me in comments of other videos of other concerns, and the only way to resolve this is restarting the PC and then shutting it down for a minute and then reopening it. Modders were even once able to gain access into your invite or solo lobbies once upon a time, but that took Rockstar 1 year to finally patch modders getting access into invite-only lobbies. Modders can even gain remote access to your system and manipulate your system or computer in any way they please. As I've said, I've gotten comments about those numerous times, and Rockstar doesn't care. There was actually someone's computer that was hacked so badly from remote access just for having GTA Online open, they lost their PC completely. They had to buy a new one because they weren't even able to boot it up anymore because it was remotely hacked, and System 32 was deleted. Essential files basically that helped start up their PC. And these modders have all this access simply because all public sessions are player hosted. So the services run off of your system, not Rockstar. This is especially beneficial for Rockstar since this prevents modders from gaining remote access to Rockstar services and booting them off the internet, which could halt their work and have to force Rockstar into actually maintaining the overall integrity of GTA Online, so they save themselves the hassle of having to dedicate hard maintenance into GTA Online on a constant basis, as it should be needed for any online game. But instead, they go ahead and put all the pressure and stress on their players so that they don't get touched directly. Now, I know I've been speaking terribly about these kind of modders, but not all modders commit these actions, and not all modders are bad. There are modders out there who exist who also have menus with beneficial protections that prevents other modders from being able to gain remote access to their systems or manipulate their game by crashing it, assuming these modders in question have a better menu and better protections. These modders often even help save the game by protecting the lobby from ill-intended modders. For my series though, every modder, regardless of ill intention or good intention, will be revealed for the main reason that of all that we have to fend for ourselves to be able to play the game, while Rockstar sits peacefully in the corner of their office, sipping pina coladas and counting how much money they are making from children who steal from their parents' bank accounts, undisciplined, just like these 23 plus undisciplined children over here. For other reasons, I wish to disclose to you how serious I take modding for not just myself, but for my viewers who come across my videos of the Modders Caught series, is for especially this one big reason: malware. I personally have a program open at all times that prevents my PC from being severely damaged by remote access modders, in which they can gain over your PC should they have the dedication and motive to do so. And let me showcase to you some examples of how malicious modding can get in GTA Online based on malware reports I have received that have been blocked by an anti-malware service I use non-stop. The first and biggest example that I get when playing GTA 5, compromised. You may wonder, what's compromised malware? Compromised sites or servers are otherwise legitimate sites that are being used by hackers without the owner's knowledge. Compromised sites are often used to house and spread malware. What this means is pretty self-explanatory. It just means that these modders are basically using Rockstar's service without their knowledge even to gain access to anything they ever please under Rockstar's security services, and Rockstar is never aware of it. Another example that I'm willing to showcase to you is Trojan, specifically for having GTA 5 open in a public lobby. And what is Trojan? Generally, Trojan is a malware detection name that applies to various types of malware that hide their true intentions and then exploit systems once they are inside. Common infection methods for Trojans include downloading cracked applications or keygens, downloading unknown free programs such as through games, screensavers, and simple entertainment-related applications, opening infected attachments and macros, opening an image or other type of file that is in reality an executable with a changed extension, visiting websites that have been compromised or set up to infect users. This can also be a result of third-party content such as malvertising. And this is allowed in Rockstar Games' GTA Online under their nose. Another example I'm going to showcase to you, riskware. What is riskware? Malwarebytes uses a detection named riskware to apply to a category of programs or applications that put the user at risk in some way. To learn more about riskware, blah blah blah, don't need that. Type and source of infection. Riskware in general is a detection for items that are not strictly malicious but pose some sort of risk for the user in another way. Programs might be termed as riskware because they violate the terms of service of another software or a user platform, specifically mod menus under GTA Online under Rockstar's ULANTOS. They can even block another application or software from being updated and patched, which honestly could happen, especially that this could happen to the point where, let's say you want to call in your personal vehicle via mechanic, but it's not allowed anymore because, well, this happened. It's less likely that it might be illegal to use in the user's country because honestly anyone in the US could use it at that point, and it could be used as a backdoor for other malware. Another example that I have is exploits through GTA 5. Now, it's not the kind of exploits that gives you disadvantages in the game, but it's more the exploits, as it's called an exploit, for the category of malware that uses known exploits to deliver their payloads. Exploits are known vulnerabilities in software that can be abused to gain some level of control over the systems running the affected software. Exploits in general are not the malware payload, but a means to an end, their goal being to get the payload on the target system. Exploits are usually downloaded from the internet or delivered as email attachments without the user's knowledge. Which honestly, in my experience, I don't really have the best explanation to give an example for this, but it just sounds like something modders can definitely do in GTA Online without a doubt. And finally, another not so often but pretty harsh effect, or let's say piece of malware you can get for playing GTA 5 is, well, straight up malware. And what is malware? Generally, malware or malicious software is an umbrella term that describes any malicious program or code that is harmful to systems, specifically something like Charax.vip. Hostile, intrusive, and intentionally nasty malware seeks to invade, damage, or disable computers, computer systems, networks, tablets, and mobile devices, often by taking partial control over device operations. Like the human flu, it interferes with normal functioning. The motives behind malware vary. Malware can be about making money off of you, sabotaging your ability to get work done, especially preventing you from calling in a personal vehicle via mechanic or entering an interior such as a nightclub, making a political statement, not that often in GTA Online, or just bragging rights. Although malware cannot damage the physical hardware systems or network equipment with one known exception, it can steal, encrypt, or delete your data, alter or hijack core computer functions, and spy on your computer activity without your knowledge or permission. This is especially a big thing that happens to anyone in public lobbies in GTA Online. But one thing I can definitely confirm, 80% of my malware comes from compromised, or about 12% comes from Trojan. Of other concerns are other concerns, but rarely ever I get malware beyond anything else. And that's a fact that I cannot make up, by the way. And after all these examples that I've provided to you, what will Rockstar do about this? Nothing. They have the money, they have the resources, they have the workers, they have the world under their fingertips, but they continue to spend the least as possible even on essential services an online game requires, and continue making money they refuse to spend to this day and beyond on anything essential for an online game. Until the day Rockstar begins to care even a little bit more about their player base, or until the day Rockstar cares about their player base as much as they care about money glitches, apartment glitches, vehicle dupe glitches, or the vehicle hangar speed glitch from 3 weeks ago that actually brought the community together and everyone started having fun again until it was patched 3 days later. Until that day comes, we will all suffer under Rockstar's ignorance. Ignorance that proves to be detrimental to the overall health and safety of the online gaming environment Rockstar continues to leave unprotected protected for us to fall victim to cyber attacks that Rockstar continues to allow to this day and beyond. Now, as an extra note, if you want to protect yourself from these malicious attacks, unfortunately, from me, my experience, the best, safest ways are to make friends outside of the game, in different communities all around YouTube or Discord servers, and to avoid public lobbies as much as you could. You don't need a VPN or a mod menu, and this might be boring since you won't be able to meet anyone directly through the game, but at least you'll be able to save yourself the hassle of having to perform numerous system repairs yourself, such as DISM and SFC scans, or other concerns you see on your screen that I had to perform to fix my PC after it started stuttering badly from being in a public lobby for an entire day. Note that these are only some of the options I am providing to you from Windows 10, and you may need to take further measures such as verifying the integrity of your GTA 5 files or uninstalling it completely for at least a month. System malware scans such as provided by Malwarebytes can help block most malicious attacks from entering your PC as well when you have it active on a premium subscription, which is even more essential than a GTA Plus subscription, I'll tell you that right now. GTA Plus doesn't give you any protection, it doesn't even give you jack other than a quote-unquote better experience just for giving us money, because we need it, because we're starving. Yeah, good job, Rockstar. Before I end this video, if you understand my intentions more like these 9 people from this video, thank you for watching and opening your mind to understanding my intentions to exposing Rockstar's support for modding. If you wish to continue to be one of these 23 plus native reviewing players, I won't stop you from believing what you want to believe beyond this point, but just know if you get hacked remotely for having GTA Online open, or even GTA 6, since this will definitely carry on into GTA 6 for even having the game open for a brief second of your device's life, don't go crying for help. You asked through it through your personal ignorance. But these are the clearest best examples to why I expose Rockstar's support for modding. It's either they fix their game, or expect consequences in future GTA games they make, especially with an online mode. And if they continue treating their future GTA games like they treat GTA Online to this day, then I will say this right now. The future of Grand Theft Auto is fucked. Thank you for watching. Thank you for understanding my intentions to uploading my Modders Caught series. And have a good day.